Howdy there, folks, it's Geist. And today, I'm sitting where a lot of us took our first steps. Some of us in D1, some D2, and more recently, where less and less players are taking their first steps. Feeling kind of wistful, which is why I decided to get into this video. I apologize in advance. This is just going to be raw, unfiltered video. You're going to hear my chair creaking. I'll clear my throat about 30, 40 times. But as ever with this channel, I like for things to be kind of honest and blunt. And I don't feel the need to edit or cut out all the little things because that's part of being human and it's important. Now, originally when I sat down to do this video, I had this long list laid out. In fact, I'm looking at the list right now. I've got a bunch of changes that I wanted to see for the game, things that I think would help to revitalize it. 7 for PvE, 7 for PvP, 7 for the game overall. The numbers just kind of worked out that way, but I ended up going for 7s, I guess. But point is, none of that really matters because it's just going to sound like a wish list. It's going to sound like a pipe dream. Some of it's stuff you guys have heard people say before. It's not necessarily all even my own ideas. It's just iterations of my ideas on things that I would like to see. And maybe I'll post them somewhere. I might just post them in a little drop on the channel. Just kind of like, here you go. You guys can look at it if you want to. And I was going to spend all this time going into them here, but I don't really want to do that anymore. It just doesn't feel right at this point because it feels like a list of demands almost. And our player base as a whole is pretty demanding. You know, we've come to expect a lot. And, you know, granted, there hasn't always been a lot of goodwill between us and the creators of this game. And for me, personally, I've spent far too much time in this game. I've been playing this game for a third of my life, and that's going to sound sad to some, but I've started to look at it a little bit differently. Especially as I'm sitting here enjoying a beautiful skybox that these developers have made, which is something that a lot of us don't go back and look at. I mean, I haven't seen this in I don't know how long. Not since I started, but maybe only once or twice. And it's pretty. Destiny has a lovely art style. And that's kind of what I want to focus on. It's the little things. It's the little things about this game that have made the journey worthwhile. I have a very unique experience in this game in that I have gotten to experience it with a lot of very dear people that are very close to me. I've played Destiny with both of my parents. I've played it with my sister, with my girlfriend, who became my fiance and is now my wife, and is still my wife. I've played it with close childhood friends, people that I grew up with. I've played it with cousins, aunts, uncles. A lot of very important people to me, and I've shared a lot of fun little memories with them. And I still have all of those people, and I still have all those memories. But, as with a lot of players, they've moved on from this game. It no longer seemed worth their time. It no longer seemed to respect their time. And so they kind of dropped out. So I'm the last one remaining. Now, it's not all negative with them gone. I've made some good friends recently and met a lot of new people, even though the game has been kind of trending downwards for a bit. And I've made even more memories. I've continued to grow as a player, enhanced my skills, you know, whatever. And I've still had a lot of fun. But for a while, I've been kind of negative about it and thinking, I'm just going to ride the ship until it sinks. I'm ready to just see the end of it. And if that happens, I'll be okay. Well, I mean, yeah, I'll be okay. It's just a game, right? But no, I'll be fine. I'll move on. I'll find something else to play. It's not the end of the world. Things come and things go. But regardless of that, I still feel kind of not quite ready to let go yet. And there's been a lot that I've enjoyed. And the way that I'm feeling right now is that I don't necessarily want the game to die yet. I don't want it to go anywhere. Destiny still has a very unique experience that is almost impossible to find in any other game, for better or for worse. You simply do not have another first person looter shooter that has a blend of PvP and PvE. No other game feels like Destiny PvP. I've never enjoyed any PvP experience as much as I have enjoyed Destiny. I've never been as frustrated by any game's PvP experience as I have Destiny. Same goes for PvE. I've never enjoyed another PvE experience better, and I've never been more frustrated. It's always felt like Destiny has kind of fallen short in a lot of ways. It's always like there's something that needs to be better, something that needs to be better. At its core, there are beautiful things. There are places where designers, artists have put their heart and soul into making something beautiful and otherworldly for us to look at. And they do make lovely skyboxes, but it's not just about the skyboxes. There's been a lot of little things like that. And at its core, the game still feels good. Guns feel good. Weapons are unique. I mean, the weapons in Destiny are some of the most iconic in any shooter in any game ever. Some of them are memes. There's thousands of people out there that have never played Destiny that are still aware of some of them in there. You get pop culture references, or Destiny has become a pop culture reference in some things. There's shows out there that reference it, which is kind of funny to hear. But the point is, there's just a lot that it could be, and then a lot that it has been, and a lot that it hasn't been. I know that sounds cryptic and confusing, and I know I'm rambling. I'm sorry. But I want Bungie to put forth the effort, and if a single Bungie employee hears this, if anything I say has any weight, which it probably doesn't, but if anything I say reaches anyone at Bungie, just do what you can. And I know that, the decisions are not all yours. I know for a lot of y'all, things are very, very much up in the air, and you guys have had a lot of your own problems over there. I'm not blind to that. A lot of y'all are good, hardworking people that have also lost your jobs from dealing with all of this. Like 50% of the workforce got cut, and all that other stuff that I don't want to get into, like I said, because it's just kind of negative. The only point of this video, and I know it sounds pointless, and it sounds like I'm just ranting, and I am struggling to even put some of these sentences together. And it's just because that's kind of how I am. I ramble a lot. I get on tangents, and I can get lost in my own words sometimes. It's just a byproduct of who I am. But I don't want to edit any of that out. I want to leave it all in. This is my message of goodwill. This is my spark that I'm throwing out to the universe. I don't know if it's going to mean anything. I don't know who's going to hear it. I'm not a major content creator, but it doesn't matter. I'm just throwing out this little spark of hope that something that I have enjoyed for years can change for the better. I think that Destiny 2 needs to lose the 2. I think that a lot of old stuff needs to come back. We've already got a lot of stuff from D1. Let's bring back more stuff from D1. Let's basically get it all back. All the old campaigns, all of it. Everything that was paid for, back. Free. The monetization needs to change. We no longer need to pay for these expansions that are half-baked money grabs, it feels like. And having to pay for the season passes. Get rid of all that crap. Focus more on the Eververse. And I know some people are going to cringe when I say that, but focus more on the Eververse. You guys make all kind of cosmetics and make all this other stuff. Do that. You can't tell me that doesn't make enough money. When you look at other live service games like Warframe, like Fortnite, all these other games where the new content and the stories, the abilities, the weapons, like Warframe, stuff like that, all that gets added for free. And it's essentially just microtransactions that keep them afloat. They're doing fine. So the game needs to change pretty drastically to get some goodwill back from players. And those are just a few of the ones that I'm going to have in that list. But I want the game to respect people more. And if Destiny's going to go out, I want it to go out on a good note. I'm okay with us having a bit of a content drought for a while. If you guys want to tell us, hey, we're going to take a year. We're going to take a year and we're going to start, or 6 months, a year, whatever. I don't care if it's a year. We're going to take a year to revamp the game. We're going to fix some stuff that needs fixing. Fix the onboarding experience. Make it better for new players to come in. That's one of the first things that should happen. Well, that's the second thing that should happen. The first thing that should happen is, clean up the game a little bit. Detangle the code a little bit. Get rid of those damn cheaters. Make the game feel more legitimate and more playable instead of something breaking all the time. Fix the new player experience. Add in a bunch of the old stuff to make a more cohesive story. I don't care. Put a tab in the portal with all the old campaigns. Whatever you need to do. This is also on that list. But overall, there's been different ideas that have been juggled around, and the two biggest things I hear are, well, we either need a Destiny 3 or Destiny needs to have like a major overhaul. Edge of Fate was supposed to be that overhaul, supposedly, or so we thought, but it was just more of the same stuff. More currencies that you had to go back and delete. And that's what it is. It's like an endless stream of currencies that get deleted. And other cyclical things. The power grind comes and goes. You get rid of it, then it comes back. Make it easier, then it's harder. And I mean, it's a lot of cyclical stuff. And this cycle that keeps going for the longest time has felt like player time is not valued. That is the core problem of Destiny, is that player time is not valued. And it's not to say that there aren't beautiful experiences that can't be had here. And that's my entire point. I want people to feel like their time is valued in something. I want this to be more about fun. Not a job. Don't cater to this group of people or that group of people. Don't do whatever. Don't do whatever. don't cater to specific people, Just make it fun. Just make it fun. And people will come back. I know there's a long laundry list of things that could change. I've got a long list myself. Other people have long lists. There's so many things that people would like to see happen. I know you guys don't have the workforce you used to. It can't be... It's not going to all happen at once. I would be okay if you guys just took off a year and go through and try to revamp stuff. In the meantime, by all means, keep pumping stuff into the Eververse. I understand. We got to have some revenue. I'll support the game as I have supported it. But in its current state, broken, missing content, especially stuff that was paid for, the list goes on. With all these things that have not helped the game, at its core, player time isn't valued, but even more, it feels like players aren't valued. And people are feeling that, and that's why everybody's leaving in droves. So I could rant about this for hours and hours, but I don't want to do that. I want to go ahead and cut this short. I just kind of wanted to have a little heart-to-heart with you guys and say what I was feeling. And I hope that you'll take... I know that this has been a rant, and like I said, all unedited. I'm repeating myself right now, but if you don't hear anything else I've said because I've been babbling on, and just know that my wish, my spark of goodwill, that thing I'm throwing out to the universe, my wish is that the game will be more fun and rewarding so that we can continue to have good memories in the game. So don't let it die yet. At the very least, let it go out on a high note if it has to. Nothing lasts forever, but it would be a shame to see it go out quite like that. And that's about all I got to say on it. Thanks for listening, y'all.